Hey guys, welcome back to the Two Brothers Gaming Podcast. This is episode 100, and I'm here with Rylan, as always, and I'm here with our special guest, Cullen.
And not a brother.
And not a brother.
Yeah, he's a cousin. Got the Two Brothers and a Cousin podcast now.
Yeah. Now, this is episode 100, so we want to do something a little special, so we're just collabing with my other podcast, The Three Terrible Gamers, where me and Cullen do gaming news as well.
We've done it once before, but
yeah,
might as well do it again.
We've done it for mine and Cullen's 1 year last year, or 2 year. No, this has been 2 years.
1 year.
This is 1 year.
This year's 2 years.
Yeah, mine and Rylan's
Year
is
for
1
you
year.
guys, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, it's been 2 years for you guys.
Time goes back too quick.
Time flies. Yeah, this month's felt like a week.
This whole
This
year.
month's only been in for 2 days.
It's true.
This month's only been 2 days.
I mean, last month, July. Shut up.
All right, we'll go ahead and start. No Mario and Sonic Olympic Games this year.
You want to start it first, Cullen?
Damn. So, it's really no surprise. It sucks, but it's no surprise because in 2020, the IOC, which is the International Olympic Committee, made a decision not to renew the game's licensing deal with Nintendo, ending a run of games that's covered most summer and winter Olympic games since 2007. It's basically all because the International Olympic Committee, yet again, it's all because they was like, nope, screw you guys, Nintendo. We don't want to collab with you anymore with doing the Mario and Sonic game, which, like I said, sucks because I remember the first one coming out in, I believe, 2008 for the Beijing Olympics.
Yeah.
Wii,
Yeah,
which
they
I
were
think
fun
the only one I
games.
ever played.
Well, I played that one with you. I didn't own it, but I did have the Winter Olympic Games, the one that came out right after the first one. And it was really good.
This is the first time in like 17 years that they haven't had an Olympic game.
Yeah, because
Which,
sometimes they come out the year before the Olympics or sometimes the year of the Olympics, just depending on the year. But
yeah. Because I think 2020 was weird, obviously, because of COVID and everything else.
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously it came out in 2007, the first one, but the Olympics weren't till 2008.
But really, did they do anything different in between the games that they did release? Or was it pretty much reskins or pretty much updated graphics for what console it was out on?
So I'm not
think
really
it's just updated
sure.
graphics, really.
They probably had different games, but a lot of the same too. Like I said, I don't know. I've only played the one you had, and then the winter games, and of course the winter games are different than the regular games. So I'm not sure what they did with the games after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure. Let's see, Chase, he has the most recent one, 2020, but I hadn't played it, so I haven't even watched him play, so I have no idea what games are on it.
Yeah, the Mario and Sonic 2021 was for Tokyo.
Yep. Tokyo Drift.
Oh, Tokyo. Tokyo.
Good movie.
Yeah, it is. I remember last time I watched it, I was at your house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I watched like the whole Fast and Furious series. You guys were asleep.
I think I stopped after 7.
I think I watched 9 in theaters, and that's...
Yeah.
They're probably never
newer
stopping.
one was the best.
No,
They
not like the
they
Olympic
should.
games anyways.
Yeah.
Well, Mario and Sonic version, obviously the normal Olympics ain't stopping either.
If the normal
Oh,
Olympics
yeah.
stop, something's wrong.
Right.
Some war's happening or something.
About 500 BC.
All right, we'll move on.
Greek.
Bungie announces layoffs. Just add that to the list.
Oh, Bungie. I know we've had the like Epic layoff, the Epic Games layoff. What was the other one? There's like another one too, wasn't
Sony themselves,
there? Yeah, Sony,
Insomniac,
Microsoft.
yeah, 343.
Just a whole bunch of giant companies.
A lot.
They said, "Screw you guys."
It's at least once a month where a new one's coming out.
Yeah, there's just a new one. It's like every.
I would say only company that's really rivaling it to counteract it is Bethesda because they're going to start trying to unionize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course, I know that was a topic me and Ashton had once upon a time, and we didn't quite get to it.
Right.
But
Well, it was last
so
week
yeah,
or not.
Bethesda's getting. Yeah. But yeah, Bethesda's trying to counteract it, but everyone else is like, nah, screw you guys, we're going to drop 17% of our workforce. Because when they announced it, it would lay off 220 employees, which is 17% of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And it moves 100 company, and it moves 155 roles within the Sony Interactive Entertainment, which I didn't realize Sony bought out Bungie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last year, I believe.
Did. 100 people were laid off in October of last year too in Bungie.
So yeah, this is pretty much just, I mean, some down to another Sony layoff. I mean, obviously since they're owned by Sony.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bungie, they
It
used
says
to make Halo
30%
games,
of its
and then now
total
they're
workforce.
owned by Sony.
So no more Halo.
Which they made better.
And then more Halo for
games.
Sony.
Yeah, no more Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually Halo will come to PlayStation sometime down the road, I'm sure.
That's Xbox's first ever exclusive.
Yeah, but what, 4 exclusives came to PlayStation? Just past
Sea of Thieves
4 or 5 months?
I was just say 4 or 5 came to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves. I can't remember the other ones.
There's a few other ones, but yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the two main ones.
But I believe the company had layoffs last year too, from what I'm seeing still in this article, because it says 100 plus layoffs last year.
Yeah, I
So-
thought we
Yeah.
covered it last year, and then I was like, well, maybe they hadn't had a layoff. I was thinking of another company, but they're having another layoff.
I can't remember what I ate for dinner today, let alone something I don't hear.
Well, there were so many of them
Yeah.
too. They all kind of, run together. But I thought we'd cover Bungie. I think it was before Sony took over and bought them.
Yeah.
But
Namely, Bungie Pete Parsons, where it was dug up that he allegedly spent $2.5 million on classic cars since Sony's deal, according to an online auction
Jeez.
website. So it seems like they need to just get rid of their CEO. And
Yeah, he's wasting a
wages
lot of
opposed to
money.
laying off
Yeah.
220 people, because I'm sure out of those 220 people, you're pretty much just now equaling his salary.
well, and
Which is Sony, I mean, is Bungie American based since they got bought out by Sony? Since they initially American based, or since they're Sony owned, are they Japanese based now? So is this million USD or is it yen? I'm assuming, because I didn't think
I'm
it's in that far.
assuming US dollars.
Yeah. I don't think they would change it. Like,
But
That in yen would be a whole lot more.
yeah.
yeah. And it also doesn't help
And I
that
don't-
they only have one game for the past 8 years that they've been.
Yeah, Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah, I mean they just keep making expansion
Destiny-
after expansion.
Destiny
after
2, they've
expansion.
been. Yeah. They haven't.
Trying to live
had-
up to Destiny 1's hype, it was supposed to be a 10-year game. They're
Yeah.
almost to 10 years with the second one.
Yeah, but my gosh, enough's enough.
I mean, Destiny 2 is a good game, but holy crap, you don't need that many DLCs and stuff. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Just get on
Especially
with the
when
next
DLC
game.
start being
Release like Destiny 3 or something. Like,
Something, or just move on.
yeah, just move on from Destiny. It's been.
They're good games, but I wouldn't even know
You don't need that
where to
much.
begin with Destiny 2 now.
Yeah,
There's
there's
so many expansions, and
everything.
It's just something you'll
Yeah.
never. I'd never keep up with as much as I can play. I don't get to play that much, so
Like,
there's no
there's
way I
so
can.
much. Like, just to explore like other planets, you have to go and buy like a certain
Yeah.
expansion pack or something like that.
Yeah, it's not like
It's dumb.
No Man's Sky or Starfield. Like you can buy the game and then just go and
You
do
can just-
whatever,
Yeah,
wherever. But
you have to buy a whole bunch
Destiny 2,
of
you have to buy the DLC in order to even reach a certain planet to get to the mission.
And the fact that the game's free now, anyways, it's free to play,
Yeah,
minus buying the expansions.
right.
So whenever it initially came out, it was had a $60 price tag on it too.
yeah.
That's when I got it for Christmas. Is when you had to pay. So I have the disc.
Nah, I remember when you had to pay. I used to play the demo version of it because I couldn't get it.
I never did get into the second one because, like I said,
Well,
the first one.
Whenever it first became free, that's when I got into it. But then I just quit playing it after like a month.
Yeah, I never
like I said,
got
on the
really
first
into the
one,
second
it was just
one.
like, okay.
Yeah, I was the first one.
The first
beat
one's
it,
good.
Like
I
4
beat it. Yeah, I
times.
beat it. It was really good.
Yeah,
But the second one,
It was
just-
really good.
It
I
was
liked
hard to me to start over. Basically, you're just starting over. Like I put so much time to the first one.
yeah,
You know, getting my guy high
Yeah.
level or whatever, and then you're starting over, and it's
yeah. It's just like your progress doesn't continue.
and I think it should.
Especially
Especially on an
I mean, you
online
can-
game like Destiny's, they're always online.
The only
they
thing
should
that's
just carry
saved
over.
is like your character model. Like your character model is the
Mhm.
thing that's saved.
Yeah.
Your stuff, like your armor, all that, it didn't
Didn't.
save. Just the character model.
Yep.
Which
Yeah,
I hated that
Breath of
so
the Wild,
much.
Because of the Kingdom situation where, it's a single player game.
Yeah.
And you lose everything again. Which,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
that's
what
stuck too, but, you expect that from a single player game, but like I said,
But
an online
also-
game,
Also, the Tears of
Yeah,
the Kingdom
always
one makes
online.
sense because you do.
Yeah.
Because of what happened. But the Destiny one doesn't make sense at all. Like
No.
why you have to restart from scratch like that.
like I said, I kept on replaying the first level over again. I got tired of it. I never played it again.
Like it's a good game, but
Yeah, it
just-
is. I
they
didn't.
don't-
I didn't get any
They
DLCs
just
for
need
the
to-
first one. I just beat the base game, and that was it.
I didn't
but
either. I did too.
Still fun though.
I'll leave it. Who does love Destiny?
All right. A&EO launches a DMG-like Game Boy.
Isn't it just like an upgraded Game Boy, basically?
Pretty much. It's a emulation device. It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's what A&EO is known for. Is their different devices for emulation?
There's two new games.
There's two.
handhelds.
Yeah, there's two of them. Yep.
You have the DMG starts at $341 at jeez.
Yeah, I didn't see the prices, but
Yeah,
they're
it's
available for pre-order.
And wow, the Pocket Micro kicks off at 190. That's just a smaller version of it, I guess.
Yeah, it's made to kind of look like the Game Boy Advance Micro, and then the DMG's made to look similar to the original Game Boy DMG model.
Yeah, but yeah, they're not
So they went with the
they're not cheap.
original Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance Micro. Pretty
Yes.
much copycat.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
So what, on the original Game Boy you get Tetris and Super Mario World? I mean, yeah, the first Super Mario World.
No.
Not Super Mario World.
Yeah, well,
Super Mario Land.
Super Mario Land. You get the first. Yeah, the first one. And the second one. And the second one, I believe, is the original Game Boy too.
I believe
It says it's arriving in like October
Yeah.
of this year.
But with them being
so. I think the
emulation devices, like you can. It's not just.
Yeah,
You can't just play Game Boy DMG games on that. Like you can play other things too. Every single
Yeah.
Game Boy out there, and then probably other games as well. I'm not sure. I didn't see exactly what operating system it was running on, because I know they have some devices that run off of Windows and some that run off Android.
well,
But it being small like that is probably might be Android based.
Android. I think it will be Android based.
Yeah.
The DMG, it has an OLED display and a Snapdragon G3X Gen 2 APU. The cheaper micro model, it has an IPS screen and a Helio G99 processor. So it's obviously less powerful, but
Right.
Still don't know if it's worth $350, like how you said earlier.
yeah,
Personally, I don't
the
think
DMG is
so.
$341. I don't think it's worth that much. Like
I wouldn't pay that much
300
for a Game Boy that's still in a box.
Like,
never been
you
used.
can get a Switch OLED for that price.
Well, and
Cheaper.
like Rylan, me and you talked about, because we cover
That price.
the emulation handhelds more than me and Colin do on our podcast. But we talked about the Ain't Odin 2 Mini or whatever. It looks like a PS Vita.
Remember.
You can get that for about the same price as you can the DMG A and Neo here. So I'd just get an Odin 2 Mini.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can do
And
more
you can do
with
a
it
whole
than
lot
you
more
can
with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's really no point in getting this if you can just get an O2 Mini. Like,
Right. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, having a DMG Game Boy lookalike handheld, yeah, that's cool and stuff, but
Yeah,
not for $350.
it says here in the article, I got the ANO knows how to cater different types of handheld fans with its devices, and the new pocket range covers a lot of ground. Powerhouse Android users looking for a punchy performance and elevated specs, no doubt will be tempted by the DMG model. But the screen, this is a 3.92 inch OLED display running at 1240 by 1080.
Okay, so it is going to be running.
So I think
Android.
it is running it.
So
yeah,
if it's running
it is
Android, you
Android.
can play pretty much anything from Game Boy and NES up to, with the Snapdragon that you said, probably up to at least GameCube on it. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Holy
okay.
crap, it has
But like I said, the Odin 2 Mini can do the
DMG
same
has
thing.
1 terabyte.
Because you can play pretty decent Switch emulation on the Odin 2 Mini
Yeah.
for around the same
It says
price.
here the DMG has it wields 1 terabyte storage and 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM, which would set you back a whopping $592. That's just like the max. Like,
yeah,
you can
there's
put on
different
the
versions
thing.
of the Odin 2. I think the lower one was
So-
around 300 or 400. But if this
Yeah.
thing's 350, even if the Odin 2 Mini's at 4, then I still think you'd better off be getting Odin 2 Mini. And also, A&Neo is known for, they launch a new device, it seems like, every couple months. Like, they're always working on something new.
Yeah. But yeah, all the Micro Pocket is just like a cheaper version. It says here it maxes out with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage for $250. And not really sure how retro players will actually need that much for running most classic console games. But yeah,
definitely.
Android based and everything.
Like, if you're just going retro, 8 gigabytes of RAM, it's plenty enough to run Game Boy and NES up to N64.
Yeah, you could easily get, just say, a whole bunch of games just by that. Because,
Yeah,
they're
and you
small, obviously.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
8-bit.
When you said it had, 1 terabyte of storage or something like that?
Yeah, like the most expensive version of the DMG,
Mhm.
it has 1 terabyte storage and 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like, I don't know. That's kind of ridiculous for that type of.
With the 16 gigabyte of RAM version, you could run some Switch emulation on it, yeah. But still you're limited to that DMG form factor and the smaller screen that comes with a DMG device. So if you got a Node 2 Mini, it's more comfortable because it's a horizontal device instead of a vertical like a DMG, and plus you have a bigger screen on the Node 2.
So basically, I think the DMG is just a waste of money.
Pretty much, and then the micro version is even, in my opinion, it's even dumber. I mean, it's basically what it's for.
Because it kicks off at $190, and you can obviously, get it more expensive if you put, whatever you want, the type of RAM, whatnot in it.
Right.
But it's just dumb to get that whenever you can just get the Odin 2 Mini.
Mm-hmm.
And you can run a whole lot more different emulation games like PS3 and etc. Like not only like Nintendo based and stuff retro.
And I think it'd be more comfortable to hold too. Like I said, like 'cause it's shaped exactly like a PS Vita instead of the original Game Boy. Not the original Game Boy was uncomfortable, but like I said, just ergonomics seems better on the.
It just. Yeah. Like you just fit it like this, just in your hands.
Now the PS Vita doesn't feel nearly as good
the Game
as
Boy,
the
you
PSP did, though.
Yeah.
PSP was way more comfortable than the Vita.
Love the PSP.
Yeah, definitely. All right, we can move on. Never. Well, the only reason I have is because somebody I work with gave me one. He said he didn't use it anymore, so he gave it to me.
Best kind.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, and it was already
Nice.
hacked. I didn't even have to hack it.
Heck yeah.
All right. Tomb Raider: The Crypt of Kronos officially announced. It's not what you guys think. Those of you listening,
I seen it's like a board game.
it is a board game.
It's weird. Board game.
I first seen it, I was like, oh,
I was reading
I
through
didn't
the
even see a new game released, and then I was like, wait, this is a board game.
I was reading through the article and I was like, okay, so it's a Tomb Raider game, so it's obviously going to be good. And I see board game, I'm like, what?
Yeah, usually we're on top of the new games coming out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, there's no way this thing was hidden this long, and nobody.
But it makes sense why you didn't.
Yeah.
Why we didn't hear
Because it's
about
not
it? Because it's a board game.
Yeah.
Actually, this is week 3 in a row of you having to do something with some sort of mythology because Kronos is the god of time.
Yeah.
So you got 3 weeks in a row of doing something with some sort of mythology.
And I played God of War 3 on
Action Love.
it's 3 emulator today.
Nice. I love God of War 3. The remastered version's nice. For the PlayStation 4.
Mm.
That was the last time I played it. It was like a year ago.
I just played the original on the
Um,
PS3. Or on our PS3.
Just saying.
PC.
Still in the middle of 2018.
Oh, yeah.
So
The
I'm
board
about
game.
a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, if you're.
It says the
if you're
Cryptic
there,
of
you're not
Kronos
too
is
far
heading
away.
Kickstarter in May 2025.
Yeah, May
Yeah,
2025.
but and it's supposed to be a full Tomb Raider experience per the board game company that they're releasing with.
Yeah, it
But-
says here the board game will feature everything you would expect from a Tomb Raider entry, epic combat, puzzle solving, and twists and turns around every corner.
And it says it can be played alone.
How would-
So you don't have to play it with somebody.
Heck yeah. Yeah, if you don't have friends, you're fine.
There you go.
It says Lara Croft must embark on a journey to the elusive island of Kairos in search of an artifact said to hold the reins of time. She will have to navigate treacherous terrain, evade cunning traps, and confront an enemy from her past. Everything you expect from a Tomb Raider game is here, from exploration to puzzle solving and intense combat. You'll need to race against the time to find the resources you need to stop the enemy invasion.
Yeah, it says here, with sessions ranging from 20 to 180 minutes, you can approach the game however you see fit, but as with any board game, it encourages replayability.
I'm playing
So if you,
3 hours, just shoot me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, crap, some Monopoly games take that long.
That's
so-
why I don't play Monopoly, because they
Oh,
can
fair.
take forever.
Well, you're pretty much just playing the game of capitalism.
Yeah. That's why I don't like it.
That's all Monopoly is.
Mm-hmm.
The rich get richer, the poor get poorer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first scene I was like, oh, new game's coming out. And it's like, yeah, it is, just not a video game.
Yeah, it's not a video game. It is Tomb Raider, but it's just a board. I
guess
wonder what
it's
the pieces are going to be like. Are they going to be like character models or what?
Yeah, maybe.
Like the pieces? Like a little Lara Croft or something?
Yeah.
like a Dungeon and Dragon situation.
Yeah, I feel like it would be like that or something.
Get next
Probably.
Baldur's Gate DLC.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
That game did not deserve Game of the Year.
And apparently this article I got, it says they're apparently making an animated television show too.
I seen something like they were with the Tomb Raider. They were making a whole bunch of stuff
Yeah, an animated television show
on an
to
article.
an upcoming RPG.
Yeah, they're making quite a bit of Tomb Raider stuff.
Out?
What's that called?
Will they already have a couple movies out?
Maybe. I'm not
Mhm.
sure.
I want
I
to say
think they're making.
Maybe. Oh, I think so actually. Yeah, now that you say that, I think I've never watched it, but I think I did
Is there?
see something about that.
I'm almost positive. Oh,
Oh yeah,
going live. Tomb Raider movie.
I think there is one. There's
2018.
2018.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember. No. Yeah.
Bunch of actors I never heard of and actresses.
Man, makes sense.
That's why it was never as popular. Should have put The Rock in there.
Yeah.
Then it would have blew up.
Yep.
Any movie with The Rock. Or Kevin Hart or something.
Yeah. Definitely.
The ever technical board game. Based off the first movie anyways. Because obviously the one with The Rock initially was a video game.
Yeah.
And Jumanji.
Like the 1995 Jumanji was a board game.
Yeah. And the newer one with The Rock was like a video game.
Yeah. Pretty cool. All right.
It's cool.
So
I don't know if I'll play it, but it's
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah.
It was a collector's piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're into that series. I mean, they're all right. I've played a couple of the games, but I'm not a huge fan of them.
The one that came out in like I think it was 2018 or 2019, I liked it.
I don't remember.
I forgot what it was called. Dude.
I have a couple
I
that
don't
I
keep
got for
up.
free.
I think it was
I
just
don't
a revamp. I think it was just Tomb Raider.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was Tomb Raider. I'm not sure though.
All right. Moving on to our last topic. So, as I said, me and Colin both have a podcast, and then me and Rylan. But mine and Colin's, we just done our 100th episode Monday, and we're doing mine and Rylan's today. So
Yeah.
this is the last topic. I just thought we'd just take a look back at our podcast, see how far we've come. You know, we started it just as a hobby, just for fun.
I mean,
and
originally,
it turned into something that we've had a lot of fun with.
yeah, make money off of it too, which is nice. That's an extra, but it's also fun doing it too.
Yeah,
enjoyed them.
yeah, money helps. It does, but
Yeah, money definitely helps.
but we started just to have fun.
I would,
Just to
yeah.
And my joke on the very first episode of our podcast was, I already talked to these guys for free. I may as well try to make a little bit of money doing it.
that's right. That's right.
I
Like I
mean,
said-
originally, at one point, I was a part of the
Yeah,
Terrible Gamers podcast for a
yeah.
It
You
was.
few episodes.
then you sissed out.
I wasn't really comfortable, 'cause so I just
He's comfortable with like, hey Colin, come to my episode 100.
comfortable now. Then I wasn't.
You're good. I gotta give
I
you a hard time.
I even struggled talking in front of a camera on YouTube videos at the time. So
Yeah, it takes getting used to. Like I remember our first episodes, even just audio. Like I was really nervous, and then our first video, several months later, I was really nervous. But you get used to it.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and plus, like whenever you're talking to people you know and stuff, you're not really paying
Right.
attention about like. You're not as nervous if you don't think about it.
Right. Like you're just talking how we would normally talk anyway. So
Just you know, you can read a little bit of articles, whatnot.
I mean, I got over my embarrassment pretty quick because I had my kid, yelling the whole first episode of our first podcast.
and the audio was so awful. Like this echo.
Oh
and
my, yeah,
crap. It
I
was
remember that
awful.
echo. Yeah, you and Cole's voices because you were in the same room
Yeah. It
kept
was
picking
awful.
up everything.
Definitely came a long way.
I remember listening to that. Oh yeah, I remember listening to that. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is terrible."
It was awful.
Like the audio.
Typically, we never claim to be good. We claim to be terrible.
That's true.
True.
They listened to it. I mean, the warnings in
Granted,
the name.
I mean, we try to give you the best quality possible now, especially now. But
yeah.
terrible isn't the name for that podcast.
Which we have the equipment now necessary.
Yeah, we have
for a
equipment now
podcast.
to-
Then we had phones. I mean, yeah, I had a computer, but
Yeah.
we didn't have the software
You didn't.
to go
You
with
didn't
the
really know how
computer,
to do it yet.
and then the mic and everything. So we just used our phones, and then Anchor. We thought it was going to be good to
Oh
record, and it
my
was
gosh.
awful. Like it was actually
I-
awful.
I remember whenever it's like Anchor, like it shut off for call. I remember whenever me, you, and Colin were recording one time, it just kept shutting Colin off or
Yeah.
something like that. Like,
Yeah, it was just,
it was so.
and the
just
quality wasn't
it
even that
sucked.
good for the audio. Like it was bad.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't
it
even
really
because it
wasn't.
was on phones. It was just that
And
software.
you had to keep your phone on. Like you had to keep it on.
Yeah, you
for
couldn't
to-
lock it.
If not, then everything would just mess up. And I kind of I didn't like the invite system for the thing either.
Yeah, you had to send it through text, I believe.
Yeah, you had to send like a link or something like it.
I
Wasn't it? It
remember
was like
right.
a link or something.
Yeah. Because we used Anchor, and then we used Spotify Live, and then we just
Which is
switched.
just still basically Anchor.
You just
Yeah, they
switched
owned by
up.
owned by the same
I'm
people.
about to say,
And then I think both of those apps have shut down now, and Anchor turned into
Yeah.
Spotify for podcasters.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going.
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, Spotify Live shut down too. And then
Yeah.
then we just switched to recording on my Mac, and it's been better ever since. We on my Mac we started using Google Meet, and it was okay.
Yeah, I remember Google Meet,
but
but
Discord's way
sometimes it messed up.
Discord, the audio is better and just so much easier.
Yeah, it's way better.
and Google Meet wanted to charge you to use it.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah, because I
It's
used to
dumb.
record it through them, and then they wanted to charge me, so I was like, no, I'll just record it through OBS or Streamlabs. But it's still then, even the audio is on Discord is just better because it's made for people playing games together and
talk.
streaming and everything.
And
And-
talk and stuff.
Yeah.
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 Like it's a talking and gaming type platform, so
Right.
obviously the audio is going to be good.
it's doing a podcast remotely is never going to be the same, obviously, as doing it in person, but Discord makes it pretty good. Pretty close.
Yeah, and plus Discord also, cuts out background noise and everything
Cuts out
like
background
that.
noise, and then like now, even in a group call, you can adjust each individual's volume if you need to.
Yeah, you can just use your volume.
That makes a big difference. That way somebody's not a lot louder than the other, and you have no way to control it.
Yeah, which right now I have you guys like max both, but
I'm still waiting to get my live episode in person.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Rylan, we've done a lot.
That'd be a while, Cullen. We've done like 8 or 9 or something.
We've been remote from everybody. I do live the furthest away.
Yeah, you do live quite a bit further away. Rylan's
We're
about
still living
4.5, 5 hours away, and you're a lot more than that.
at 10. Like 10 hours or so. Because you're like 5 to 6 hours from me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, from Ashton that would be like 10 to maybe 11 hours or so.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Roughly.
Yeah, not something you just drive down on the weekend and do a podcast episode real quick.
And then drive back.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyways.
Yeah.
Just buy a helicopter.
Maybe when we go full time, we'll have more time just to, run around and stay a while.
Go full time would be a tax write-off.
Oh, yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. Get a studio and just fly to the studio every week.
Sorry. Or in between.
Yeah.
Just find get like a whole office or something. Get like an office. Little office building or something.
That would honestly be all right, just to have a little office place just to leave your computer and everything set up.
Yeah, and then
that way you don't have to put it up away
whatever
from
you
kids
need to do
when you're done.
I don't got that problem.
I would say Raul don't have that problem. He is the kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
The youngest one out of all of us.
I'll tell you what, a standing desk helps a lot, though, keeping Zachary away because it's taller and he can't reach it. So, when I put it down to like a normal desk, then he can. But if I'm done for the night or the day or whatever, I put it up as high as it'll go. He don't bother it.
Yeah, he can just stand underneath it.
Yeah.
My desk, it goes all the way up to like. It goes
Yeah, mine
don't. Mine's stuck at 3 feet, and that's where it stays.
Mine, it's not even as high as it goes right now.
Yeah.
It can go another 7 inches taller. All right, guys. That's all the topics we have. We appreciate you for watching or listening. Watch us live on Kick and YouTube. Join our Discord. Once we get 30 members, we will have a movie night and also may have a giveaway of some sort. Follow all of our podcast socials, our Twitch Kick YouTube account, our personal Twitch Kick YouTube accounts, our Instagram, Twitter, pretty much everything but Facebook. Buy our merch on Redbubble and Printify. If you want custom merch, you can DM us on Instagram or Discord. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you in the next episode.